welcome to Yoga with Luann. Thank you for meeting me on your mat. So today we're going to start in Shavasana. So if you can go ahead and lower yourself to your mat on your back. Your feet and arms can be like at a 45-degree angle away from your body. Your feet can be flapped open. Your palms are open. Begin to just settle into this posture. You need to do nothing here. No need to know what your next move is. You're not waiting for anything. Your breath is just doing what your breath does, sustaining you. The focus for our practice today is Ishvara Pranidhana, which is the yoga philosophy of surrender. And this Shavasana posture is perfect for that. Because in Shavasana, you're pretty much open, you're expanding, you're exposed. Your heart is raising up toward the heavens because in surrender, we trust in a higher power and we trust to the point that we can live without fear. Sometimes life breaks us to the point where we surrender, kind of like the song, Jesus Take the Wheel, like I just cannot do this, I have no control and I'm trusting you. And in Christianity and in yoga philosophy and other beliefs, surrender is trusting in a higher power. It is we don't need to just be broken to get to that point. We can work ourselves toward that understanding every day with every breath all the time. So it's a way to move through the world with a sense of you're not in control and you're okay with that because you trust that everything's working together for a higher purpose. C.S. Lewis said, jump into life with your whole heart, trusting that you will fly to God. I like Eckhart Tolle's, what could be more futile, more insane than to create inner resistance to something that already is? So when we fight against kind of the current of life, when we deny it, when we criticize it, when we judge it, when we do all the things other than just to accept what it is and then choose our best path through it, that's where our growth comes from. That's where learning comes from, and that's where we really find a sense of peace and joy, even in the midst of turmoil and the more difficult times. So during our practice today, we're going to be focusing on back bends because that really opens us up, creates space. We're going to work on every time we feel contraction, we're going to try to breathe through that and try to create space and expansion. We're also going to accept what is, not fight against it. Kind of like when you're flowing with a current downstream, if it starts to turn into a rapids, if you fight against it, your boat might fill up. So you have to move with what is, and that includes the space in your body. So let's inhale and reach our hands away from our body toward opposite the way our feet are pointing, and really inhale and stretch here. And then on your exhale, kind of walk your feet over to the left corner of your mat and feel kind of a stretch there along your right hip, and then walk your hands over in the front of your body and make like a crescent shape here. Getting a nice stretch along the right side of your body. You can even grab your right wrist and pull and really feel a nice stretch here. Beautiful. Then let's kind of walk it back towards center and let's roll onto our left side. and kind of create a balance spot here for yourself so that you can reach back and grab your right ankle and then kick into that right ankle. And even see if you can kind of allow your shoulder to get a stretch here, even to get a little bit of a back bend here in this posture. Kind of kicking into that hand. And then relax that back to your back. Get yourself centered again, and then let's stretch up and away, really getting ourselves long. And then let's walk our feet over to the right corner of our mat. Walk our hands and our shoulder over toward the right, and let's get a kind of a crescent shape here. Again, you can grab onto your left wrist now and even pull. Feel the stretch. Beautiful. Let's walk it back towards center and then roll onto your right side. Get a little bit of a balanced posture here so that you can grab onto that left ankle now and kick into that posture. Allow your back to arch a little bit, your shoulder to get a stretch and open. And then relax that back to center. On your next inhale, you can gently roll up or use the strength of your hands to push up to seated. Whew, and then maybe cross your legs so you can crawl forward to tabletop. So let's all find tabletop. So our wrists are under our shoulders, our knees are under our hips. Let's make our spine long here. Really going to be creating space in our spine today, space for expansion. Maybe space for greater awareness. Make your neck long, your crown is reaching forward, your tailbone's reaching back. Beautiful. Now we're going to extend our right leg back, point your toe, and then reach your left arm forward. And on an inhale, you're going to raise. So on an inhale, raise, come into one hand, one knee posture. Let's point our toes today. Let's really stretch forward with that left hand, reaching back with our right palm, with our right foot for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale it down. Take a breath here. And then on your inhale, let's raise that back up again. But this time, let's kind of see if we can lift, kind of push away from the mat. Keep your hips and your shoulders square to the front. But see if you can raise up your hand and your foot a little bit here. Trying to keep your hand and foot straight. We're getting a little bit of a back bend here. Really still reaching out and away as well as up for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Beautiful. Bring that down. Let's bring it back to tabletop. Take a breath here. Engage your core. Let's reach that left foot back, point your toes, reach that right arm toward the front of your mat, and then on an inhale, let's raise so that we're parallel to the earth. Hips are square, really reaching forward, really reaching back for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale, lower down. Take a breath. Maybe a sigh. Then on your inhale, let's lift again. And now let's see if we can reach up and arch back a little bit. Really reaching away as well as raising up away from this mat. Arching your back for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale, lower down. Come back to tabletop. Let's bring our knees wide and release our hips back toward our heels. You can set your forehead on the mat, or you can stack your hands or your fists. You don't want your head hanging. Let's have our head supported. Really let the tailbone drop toward the earth. You can also bring your hands behind you. So, Balasana, child's posture. Remember This is your practice. You can come into child's posture or modify a pose whenever your body warrants that. We don't want to feel any pain. We don't want to judge or criticize or have expectations of our body. We accept our body and we're grateful for what it's done for us so far, because it's maybe been on this earth a while. You can always add motion to your body. You'll see I kind of do that a lot during your practice. All right, let's kind of reach your hands forward. Then on your next inhale, you're going to kind of drag your heart about an inch above the earth and come into cobra. So drag your body along the earth. Let's press the tops of our feet into the mat and then inhale our heart up. Make sure that our hands aren't really putting too much weight here. For 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Nice little back bend there. Exhale down. Now let's bring our elbows under our shoulders. Grip the mat with your fingers. Bring your legs closer together. Kind of squeeze them together. Press the tops of your feet into the mat. Keep your neck neutral. And on an inhale, kind of reach forward and press up, Sphinx posture. So your weight is in your kind of your pelvic, your hip area. Neck is neutral for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale down. Beautiful. We're going to press back to child's posture. So put your knees wide again. And then on an inhale, we're going to kind of flow through that posture. So inhale your heart along the earth in the cobra, and then exhale back. Inhale to cobra. Exhale back. One more time. Inhale. Exhale. Beautiful. Maybe rock your hips back and forth here. Press back up to tabletop. Okay, now we're going to bring our right foot in between our hands. You can help it up there. Curl your toes under and then inhale in equestrian. So we're going to press our hips forward. We're going to raise our heart. Our chin is lifted. Maybe rock back and forth here. Our toes are curled under. Nice equestrian posture, kind of opening up our hips here. Take a breath. Okay, now you can keep your toes curled under, but we're going to go ahead and press back so we're not sinking so far forward. Let's get our ankle over our knee. Square our hips to the front. Let's just come into goal pose first. So your elbows are kind of parallel to your shoulders here. Fingers are outstretched. Feel your heart opening. Your core is engaged. Okay, now we're going to clasp our hands. We're going to leave our pointer fingers out. Thumbs are crossed. And then we're going to inhale these arms up over our head. Relax your shoulders. Your ears are in between your forearms. You can stay in goal pose or you can stay here. Option to reach your fingers back and allow a gentle back bend here. It's a little bit of a balanced posture too. If it's too hard for your neck to look up, you can look straight ahead. Inhale, and on the exhale, gently come back through neutral. Press your hands on the mat. See if you can pick that back leg up. And then come into that goal pose or the pointing straight up or pointing behind you, high lunge. And then exhale, gently come back, set your knee down. Let's let this right knee fall open. Our sole comes up off of our left, at least the inner part of our sole comes off the mat. You can put your hand on your knee and stretch to the right. Option to lift your hand up and even arch back a little bit. Inhale and then exhale. Let's bring that knee back. Let's walk it back for a little bit of a hamstring stretch. Point your toes up. Take a breath and a sigh here. Maybe a little movement. Crawl it forward. Let's bring that knee back. Feel how your right side feels. Let's stay present in our body, present in our breath. Try not to get distracted. Let's bring our left foot forward now. Curl your toes under and inhale, pressing your hips forward, lifting your heart, lifting your chin. Equestrian posture. Got a little movement here. Beautiful. Okay, let's press back again a little bit so our knee is over our ankle. Let's engage our core. Square our hips to the front of the mat. Curls. You can have your toes curled under yet. And then let's come into goal pose. Beautiful. Option to stay here or clasp your hands, point your fingers, point to the sky, relax your shoulders. Option to stay here or begin to look up and press your hands and point your fingers back toward the back wall or back toward the corner where the wall meets the ceiling or behind you. Inhale it back up to neutral. See about maybe instead of coming back down, see if you can just lift that back heel up. Or you can have your knee down here. Look back again. Exhale, hands to mat, knee to mat. Beautiful. Let's let that left knee fall open. The sole of the foot comes off the mat. You put your left hand on that knee and twist open toward the left now. Beautiful. Grip into that mat with your finger pads. Protect your wrist. Option to extend that hand to the sky. Maybe give a little back bend here. Little spine opening. Exhale that back. Bring your knee back to neutral. And then you can exhale it back to stretching your hamstring. Toes are pointing up. Beautiful. Walk it forward. Bring that knee back. Maybe let's come back down into a child's pose for 1 minute to give our wrists a little roll. Maybe pull your thumb toward your forearm. Give your wrist a little stretch. Before we go ahead and use those wrists some more, so make sure your fingers are spread wide and you're pressing into the finger pads. Core is engaged. Curl your toes under and press up to downward facing dog. Let's get your ears in between your forearms here. Bend one knee. Bend the other knee. Okay, so let's just step our stance a little bit wider. Step about a half a step back. Your heels may or may not touch the earth here. Engage your core, engage your finger pads, relax your shoulders. And then now your ears are in between your forearms. See if you can kind of drop your chest toward the earth, your heart toward the earth. This is actually downward dog. So feel what that feels like, and then let's gently come back. Step a little closer. Maybe now your heels do come to the earth, maybe they don't. This is actually mountain posture, which we normally call downward dog, but either way, just feel the difference there. And let's gently walk our hands back to forward fold. Really let your gravity kind of release your low back here. Let's tuck our chin toward our chest here. engage your core. See what that feels like. We're going to be adding that a little bit more, tucking our chin when we're in a forward fold. Let's walk over to our right foot. Come back to center, walk over to our left foot. Come back to center. And let's inhale halfway up. And then exhale, lower down. Tuck your chin. Inhale halfway up. But now, think about your hands on the mat, on your shins. I kind of like on my thighs because then I can really feel myself pressing nicely in so I can get a nice elongation in my spine here. Neck is neutral, we're looking down at the mat. Tailbone's pressing away and the crown of your head is pulling toward the front. How about an inhale here and then exhale, lower down, soften your knees, and then let's reverse swan dive. Rise to extended mountain. Exhale, hands to heart, Samastyahi. Maybe a sigh. Maybe a couple shoulder rolls. This is the only place where I feel like I don't balance it out. I don't feel like I need front rolls. I feel like I need back rolls to balance it out here. Maybe you raise your elbow as you do that. Maybe bend a knee. Maybe a few neck rolls. A few wrist rolls. All right, we are nicely stretched out here. Now we're going to generate a little bit of heat in our body, and we want that heat energy. We measure heat as energy, it's temperature, and we want it to go and flow wherever our body needs it right now. So we're just going to do some motions that's going to help that energy flow throughout our body. So let's inhale in mountain posture. Exhale, hands to heart. Inhale, reaching out, up and back. And here you can feel your hips press forward and your arms press back. If that's too much, keep your hands on your hips. And then exhale, reaching out and bending over down to forward fold. Tuck your chin here. Beautiful. Now put your hands on the mat and step that right leg back. And then set your knee down and inhale in equestrian. So really scooping forward here, lifting your heart and chin. And then let's bring that left knee back. And we're going to lower down on our exhale in chaturanga. So your tailbone's tipped up, your heart and your chest are pointed toward the earth, and you keep your elbows in as you slowly lower down on your exhale. You can set all the way down or just go straight into inhaling into cobra. Keep your elbows in. And then exhale, downward facing dog. Now we'll take our right leg. You may set your left knee down first and then bring that right leg up. Inhale, equestrian. Exhale, step forward to forward fold. Tuck your chin. Inhale, reaching out, up and back. Exhale, hands to heart. Inhale. Now we'll start with our left. Exhale, hands to heart. Inhale, reaching out, up and back or modify. Exhale, reaching out and forward. Tuck your chin. Left foot steps back. Inhale, equestrian. Come back to plank. Exhale, down, chaturanga. Inhale, cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. Now left leg, maybe you put that right knee down first, steps forward. Inhale, equestrian. Exhale, forward fold, tuck your chin. Soft knees, inhale. Exhale, hands to heart. Inhale. One more round. Exhale, hands to heart. Inhale, reaching out and back. Exhale, reaching out and down. Tuck your chin. Step your right leg back. Inhale, equestrian. Step it back to plank. Exhale. Lower down. Inhale, cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. Your right leg now. Step it up. Equestrian. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, reaching out, up and back. Exhale, hands to heart. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, reaching out, up and back. Exhale, forward fold. Tuck your chin. Inhale, equestrian. Come back, exhale, lower down, chaturanga. Grip the mat with your finger pads. Inhale, cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. Left leg now, steps up. Equestrian. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, reaching out, up and back. Exhale, hands to heart. Inhale. And mountain. Whew. So you should feel some heat generated here. That's good. You like that energy? Whew. So for standing open postures, we're just gonna do not so many, but we'll hold them a little bit longer. So step up to the front of your mat and then step your left foot back, a nice big step. We're coming into that high lunge posture from earlier. So your heel is up, your shoulders and your hips are square to the front, your toes are pointing straight up. You are not on a balance beam here. Your feet are as wide apart as your hips. Option to stay here. Option to lower down on your knee. Option to come into goal pose. And then option to clasp your hands, point your fingers up, relax your shoulders. Now we're going to stay here, or you can alternate going, trying to arch back, and we'll do 3 breaths. So go ahead and find a posture. You can always move out of that posture. You can always come back to a posture. Modify, so another breath here. And then one more breath here. So breathing in, breathing out. Come on back to neutral. Relax your arms down to the mat, framing that front foot. Inhale here, exhale, step forward. Forward fold, tuck your chin. Inhale, halfway lift. Really get a nice long back here. Exhale, forward fold. And then soft knees. Let's reverse swan dive. Inhale, rise to extended mountain. Exhale, hands to heart. Inhale. Okay, now we'll step our right leg back this time. Again, another nice big step. Hips are pointed to the front knee is over your ankle, back heel is lifting. So find your high lunge. So option to stay here or come down on your knee. Come into goal pose. This is a great heart opener, so this is a great place to stay. You're still getting a back bend here too. Option to clasp your hands, raise your pointer fingers to the heavens, relax your shoulders, relax your jaw. Option to look up and back, reaching your hands, pointing behind you a little bit. So we'll take a few breaths here. Allowing the breath to go where it needs to, trying not to resist. Not contract, expand. Inhale, raise that up. Come on the exhale, we step forward to forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. And let's reverse swan dive to extended mountain. Exhale, hands to heart. Inhale. Beautiful. Maybe a shoulder roll. We're going to add on to that a little bit. So let's step our left leg back into that high lunge. We can build it here. Choose hands on hips, hands in goalposts, and maybe even arching that up a little bit. Or clasped hands. Find that posture. Find that space. And then on your next exhale, we're going to go ahead and spin that right heel down. And make sure your toes are still pointing forward and that knee is over your ankle. And come into warrior two posture. So let's build it. We have the outside edge of that back foot. Feeling that weight. The ball and the big toe of the front foot. Legs are internally rotating. Pelvic floor is engaged, core is engaged. Shoulders are relaxed, jaw is relaxed. Right arm is reaching forward, left arm is reaching back, equally strong. As firmly as your feet are planted into the earth, your crown is lifting to the heavens. Warrior two posture. You can kind of take a gaze. See that your arms aren't out of whack in any way. Chin is over your shoulder. Gaze is over that middle finger, your drishti. Strong, proud warrior. I'm going to take some time here. Keep your core engaged. Keep your lower body active. Beautiful. On your next inhale, straighten that front leg. Let's really reach forward on the exhale. Spin that palms toward away from you and then windmill your hands into Trikonasana. So our right arm fingers are reaching toward the earth. Our left arms are reaching toward the sky. Take a look. Is it like clock hands, 6 o'clock and 12 o'clock? Don't let your hips fall forward or your shoulders. Keep this in line. Keep the sides of your body long. You can put your hand on a block or on your own body. Beautiful. Trikonasana, triangle posture, the strongest shape. Option to look straight ahead or up at your fingers. Take 2 more breaths here. Keep your lower body engaged. Beautiful. On your next exhale, you're going to spin that back ankle back up and reach for the earth and step forward to forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Nice long spine here. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, reverse swan dive, rise to extended mountain. Exhale, hands to heart. Inhale. Beautiful. Now we have to do the other side. Step that right leg, nice big step back. Toes are pointed to the front. Check your knee alignment. Check your hips, square to the front. That back heel is lifted. Kind of draw your shoulders up and down. Option to stay here. Come into goalposts, and then even can look to the sky and open on goalposts. It's beautiful posture. Option to clasp your hands. Make sure your shoulders are relaxed. Inhale. And on your next exhale, spin that right heel down now. Check your alignment now on this side for our warrior two posture. Weights on the outside edge of that back foot. Ball and big toe of that front leg, foot. Legs are kind of pulling toward the center. Pelvic floor and core engaged. Nice strong mula bandha. Shoulders are relaxed. Reaching with your left arm to the front and the right arm behind. Equally engaged here. Crown is lifting. Chin is over your shoulder. Your drishti is over your middle finger. Strong, proud warrior. Face is relaxed. Taking 3 breaths here. So that was 2. Always can add a little motion, always can check your form. Beautiful. So on your next inhale, straighten that front leg. Then exhale, reaching out. Keep the sides of your body long. And then drop that left hand toward the earth, the right hand to the heavens. Really reaching and stretching here. Your base is still engaged, your core is engaged. You're not flopping forward toward the front. Stay open. That's more important than anything else. So even if you're here, that's better than being here. Okay. Beautiful, beautiful. We'll take another breath here. Really reaching. On your next inhale, spin that right heel back up, and then let's exhale, stepping up to forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, let's reverse swan dive, rise. Exhale, hands to heart. Inhale. Beautiful. Round 3, last round. Adding on, step our left foot back. Let's find that high lunge. Talk yourself through it here. How about right here? Or here. And then exhale, spin that heel down. Adjust to make sure that your toes are still pointing front. Build from the base up. Shoulders are relaxed, crown is lifting, arms are reaching. Beautiful. Let's inhale, reaching forward. And then exhale, let's find that triangle posture. The left arm is reaching to the sky, option to look to the sky or straight ahead. Beautiful. Now we're going to reverse this triangle. So the left arm is going to come down to your leg, and your right arm is going to lift straight up to the sky. Oops, our front leg is still straight. I started to bend it. Reverse triangle. And then let's exhale that down. So our arms are neutral. Let's bring our hands to our waist. Let's bring our feet so they're parallel or our toes are pointed a little bit in. We're going to inhale to lengthen, and then exhale, we're going to fold with a flat back. Beautiful. Inhale here, and then go ahead and relax down. Bow your head toward the earth. Let's let gravity release and pull on that low back. We can set our hands on the earth. Maybe nod your head or give it a few neck rolls. Anywhere you feel stuck. Let's bend our right knee and let the sole of our left foot come up. Maybe even our toes point to the sky here. Get a nice stretch along our inner thigh. Let's walk it over to the middle, and then let's walk it over to the opposite side. Get a nice stretch here.